Have you ever wondered how does a bottle of wine go from the winery to your dinner table? Today, let's talk about wine's journey. A friend of mine wanted to get into the wine distribution business. Although traditionally we have a three-tier system, I realized there are quite a few variations. First of all, we can have a winery A, that choose to skip the entire distribution chain and go direct to consumer. Now the advantage here is they have full control on who they sell to and what price they sell at and how much they sell to each one of the consumer. On the other hand, the con is they also have to take care of their entire marketing, all the logistics, and obviously taking care of invoicing, getting the money from the restaurant or end consumer as a whole. This system works best for smaller winery that doesn't produce that much wine, and or if their wine are very popular and very expensive, such as things like Screaming Eagle and Harden, that has a long waiting list of people just dying to buy their wine. They never have to use another tier of distribution to help sell their wine. Next is the three-tier system that most wineries do use, where they will partner up with a distributor that will help take care of invoicing, selling, logistic, delivering, collect payment to all the restaurants and retailer on their behalf, which is a great thing to have, especially when you have a lot of wine to sell and it would just take way too much work for the individual wineries to establish a big enough sales team in order to properly distribute their wine internationally or nationally. There are some drawbacks, however. For a larger distributor, they might have hundreds, if not more, wineries in their portfolio. So for their rep to prioritize selling your wine to a restaurant versus another wine in their portfolio, you will usually have to pay the distributor more for the marketing budget or provide other incentive for their sales rep. This works really well for larger brand that has a lot of marketing budget, for brands like LVMH that can afford to do a lot of events and pay the sales rep and distribution to always prioritize their wine in retail and restaurant. However, it doesn't work quite as well for other mid to smaller winery that produce just too much wine for them to sell directly. They don't quite have the marketing budget to pay the bigger distribution company to prioritize selling their brand. These smaller wineries sometimes will choose to work with the local niche distributor that has a much smaller portfolio, not as many wineries in their books, so they can focus on selling just a handful of winery that the local distributors are truly passionate about. Oftentimes, there's a little less marked up in the distribution side on the smaller distributor, which means the end consumer will usually get a better deal for their wine as well. In the recent year, as influence in sales becoming a thing, a lot of a small winery will also choose to work with individual wine influencer to sell their wine as kind of an affiliate. So they will sell the wine and the winery will fulfill the sale, almost like a direct-to-consumer sales method with the help of influencers. As you can see, depending on the winery size and what they need and who they're marketing, there are many ways that a bottle of wine can journey from the winery to the end consumer. If you love wine content and good wine deal, don't forget to sign up at AngieSomm.com. Cheers!